Median is another concept which lets you characterize a set of data. If you remember, mean or average gives you the central value of a set. Median gives you a value from the set of values so that there are the same number of values above it and below it. The median separates the higher half of the data from the lower half. Let's look at an example. Nancy is looking at a restaurant menu. She cannot afford the more expensive items, but does not want to settle for the cheapest either. Find the menu item whose price is right in the middle. So here are our menu items. We've got pasta for $12, salad for $9, chicken for $11, fish for $12, soup is costing $8, steak $15, tofu $13, vegetables $10, and French fries are on the menu for $5. Within a set of data like these menu prices, the number in the middle is known as the median. To find the median, we want to arrange all the numbers in order from least to greatest. So we're going to start by making our set of data listed from least to greatest. We want this bracket on this end of our data list and this bracket on the other with commas in between. So we're going to start with the lowest price of $5 and place it here, a comma in between, to the next price of $8. So 5, 8, and then the next highest one would be 9, the comma in between. And then we've got a $10 item, so 10 will be our next amount, 11 next. And then we need to make sure we have two items that are $12 on the menu. And so I want to write those twice. I'm not just going to write the 12 once to represent a $12 item. I'm going to write two 12s in a row. And then to my next highest price is the tofu for $13, comma, and my last piece of data, my last highest price on the menu is the $15 steak. And so now what we want to do is we want to find the number with an equal amount of numbers lower than it and an equal amount then of numbers higher than it. So in this case, I could work in from the highest and the lowest, counting in 1, 2, 3, 4, and I can see then that this 11 is the number that is going to lie right in the middle, where I have 4 values lower than or less than 11, and I have 4 values higher than or greater than 11. And so 11, so I want to make sure I mark it with a dollar sign though. So $11 is the number that we're looking for in this set. The $11 is the one right in the middle, and so the $11 is the median price. And so our answer to Nancy then is, since $11 is the median price, that she would want to order the chicken off the menu. And if she orders the chicken, this represents the median sale price on the menu. So as far as Nancy is concerned, she can get a decent meal if she decides to pick something from the median price value of $11. Let's look at another example of finding the median. So in our problem here, it says the number of points scored by the Bears in each game this season is listed below. Find the median of the set of scores. So we've got game 1 coming in at 8 points, game 2, 12, game 3, 5 points, game 4, 14, game 5, 10 points, game 6, 22 points, game 7, 18, and game 8, 16. So whenever we're going to be working on finding the median, the first thing that we want to do is to take our set of data and arrange them from least to greatest, written as a set. So we've got our little set bracket there at the beginning, and then we start with the lowest score of 5 points. And our next lowest score, or our next highest score, I guess I should say, is 8 points. And then we climb up from there to the 10-point and the 12-point games. So we've got 10 points, 12 points, and then 14. The next highest will be our 16-point game. I should have a comma in between those. And then 18 points and the highest score of 22. So I want to end my set here with the brackets going in this direction. Now, in this case, we can see that we have an even number of 8 is an even number. We have an even number of data in our set. So there's a little trick then for finding the median, because there's not a number that's right in the middle where there's the same number on, or there's the same number greater and the same number less. So if there is an even number of values in the set like this, there will be no number directly in the center. So in this case, the median will end up being the average of the two scores on either side of the center. So what we want to do is we want to find our center point of our data. So working from the outside, or from the beginning and the end, working our way outside in, we can see that we've got 1, 2, 3, and 4. And so if there was a number, a 9th number here in the middle, that number would be the median. But what we do is we'll mark this right here as our center point. And the median will be the average of these two numbers on either side of the center point. So in this case, the scores on either side are 12 and 14. And so the median is going to be the mean, or the average, of these two numbers. And so I take my 12 plus 14, add those two together, and divide by 2, and I end up with 13, I'll write it up here so we can see it a little bit better, of 13 points. So 13 points is the median of these scores here in this set of data. 13 points, lying right here in the middle, the average of these two numbers closest to the center. 12 plus 14 divided by 2 equals 13, and we get our median of 13 points.